which is a game about learning kanji. And this is the current prototype. We play a wizard traveling the land of dream and compiling a book of spells. Spells in Dream take the shape of the kanji, the Japanese characters. As your wizard learns the shape of magic, you too will learn how to remember 2,500 characters. As the wizard journeys, they will surprise you as they do things that are caring, risky, and sometimes foolish. Self-sacrifice, performing irreconcilable acts of kindness, and resolving difficult narratives of what the story is about, as you explore the wizard's struggles, heroic tragedies, and surprising victories. Through this spellbook, prompts will challenge you to embody your wizard out in the real world and complete quests to enrich the journey. This is completely optional. In fact, there is no right way to play this game. In the same way, there is no right way to learn the kanji themselves. Explore what is fun for you, and feel free to leap over anything with the symbol dagger, meaning traumatic. Game mechanics are simple and intuitive. Play progresses linearly through the prompt section of this book. Answer prompts to discover the beauty of the world your wizard explores and the folks they meet, and to chart their wandering path toward wisdom. Build a record of life lessons, and map the world of dream. Grow to love the communities you meet and watch your companions flourish along the way. Cherish these memories. They will lighten your step. Along the way. So, yeah, this is the game. And so here's what it would look like. So here's the opening page, right? Mushrooms with mermaids, great evocative title. And then it goes into the piece of, like a thread of a story, where each one is like the progression. And so this is totally stolen from this is ripped from Thousand-Year-Old Vampire. You wake to sheep snuggling in your arms and a tongue lapping at your face. Create an animal companion. Create the memory home. You're caught unawares by a sudden power that scatters your flock. One is lost. Make a promise. Bring her home. Create a familial companion. Learn the lessons Storm. And here's where it gets interesting. So these lessons turn into like the spell components of the characters. So the Storm, danger will strike at any time. Never trust a peaceful moment is the lesson your character learns. And as a spell component, Storm has these strokes. So let me zoom in so you can see. Okay. So see what's in common between these two characters? These 4 strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's Storm. That's the meaning we're giving it. It's not etymologically correct. But then in the next section, we learn the shape tavern, which is this, frowny in this line below. So with these share. And so in the next page, after your character learns those 2 things, in the story, they come together in a dream, a new spell. You awake from a dream having learned Gather, which combines the 2. It's the tavern and then the storm. Components, tavern, storm, literal meaning is meet. Right? I dreamed we all gathered at the tavern during the storm. And you can write your own dream to remember the kanji, because this is just a mnemonic device. And then whenever you write this on the one side of a flashcard, along with its components, tavern plus consoling, storm plus striking, and then you write this on the other, gather. So if you count, when you cast that spell in the game, when you cast gather and you don't remember how to write, you flip it upside down, and you describe how one of these things affects the scene. Is like involved in the scene, and you write the character correctly to cast the spell. So this could mean the spell goes awry, or however it is, but it needs to involve these 2 components that will help you remember, like parts of the character will help you remember. So yeah, because you're a young or inexperienced wizard. So that's it. More like this, but 2,500 characters. So that's the game. What are we doing today? We will be working on another character. No two characters for 20 minutes. Let's start. Next. Wait, no, I would do that. I haven't done this one. Is it? It's noon. Okay. Or an old version of horse. So not those are noon. Noon. Snooze is the spell. Is that what we want? Noon. Sure. Noon. I like to snooze at noon. That's my great grandfather's Italian. Hello, welcome. So we are working on spells with character, which will look like this. Narrative game where you learn to write the kanji. So we're gathering, we're halfway through, if you see here, 100 characters with the @ and we're going to compile them into a narrative so that you can cast spells as a wizard in this journaling game in these 100 characters, which is one volume of projected 25 volume series. So yeah, we're at noon. So what is this? This is a paintbrush, right? Where's paintbrush? Okay, so there's a paintbrush. This top little stick with a wand. And then there's wielding, there's dual wielding. And then what else? And there's a line going down, which is like a walking stick or a staff. Right? Let me confirm that. Is that the meaning you gave it? Stuff. Oh, there it is, yeah, stuff. So how can we make these little bits into a story to help us remember this character? At noon. I snooze. At noon. My father once spent a summer traveling Italy and painting when he was in college, or right after. Anyway, and he was like, just going to town by town, like into hostels and helping out with farms and then painting the whole summer, which is super cool. Maybe there's like a walking stick. I usually wield. Wield? How do you spell wield? I dreamed. I usually wield. Wield. I dream that you usually was walking with my staff. I was building my staff to help along the track. Noon and broke of the pink pressure. And snooze. And while working on, I took out my pink Jeffries and to capture my snoozing companion was I dreamed I was wielding myself to help her with my trick, to help with I was willing to wielding my staff for like, the walk. I mean, I broke out my paintbrushes to capture my snoozing companion. I mean, it's kind of not a very good mnemonic, but at least you can imagine the story. So that's fine. Okay is fine because the readers will write your own dream to remember the kanji by, because mine are pretty trashy. And still remember it better anyway. So that's that. Next. This one is what? Ooh, this is like fun, right? So, so it's half. The spell, what would it be called? Forget. We already have that. We already have it. Half. Halve. And then what? There's glare. There's a glare, which is the eyes getting burned. And then there's the dual wielding. You'll see a common theme, but mostly the dual wielding, because the structure of the books are learning are structured by the spell components of the opponent of the characters. So we're trying to must put all these kanji with these parts of the character together. So it's not like a parties, it's just whatever is associated with that spell component is in the book. And then there's a staff. I dreamed my I dreamed fighting my staff. Split. Into a glare. Wielding glare. I dreamed I was wielding. I dreamed I was the prince with half a heart. and split my stuff number into an yielding glare. Since I dreamed I was a prince with half I dreamed I was a prince who split staff number 2 for glaring at me, wielding a glare. Terrifying. I dreamed I split my staff in 2 and wielding a glare at it. I dreamed I split myself. I dreamed I was wielding my staff, and it split in 2 after I glared at it. Split when wielding my glare at it. Maybe I could see it. And what else? Do we want to do any spell components here? Anything we're inspired by? This is like the army. So we have an axle and a frown. This is a frown. This is an axle. What is that? It is like a chariot, right? An army. Maybe. Let's do one more. Ooh, what's this going to be? Let's hit the jungle. Let's look at this army. And this radiance. Like, because it's part of your stationary ego fall commanding how many righteousnesses. What element could these characters combine? There's burglar, stealing, there's war, there's ceremony. This could be tattoos. Ego, stationary, commandment, righteousness, weave, starve, discrimination. I think there's a tailor. Let's do tattoos. Yeah, that's good enough. Thanks so much for coming and joining. Have a great day.